Hello, welcome to Suffer's World. Well, right now, here in Toronto, we are experiencing the coronavirus. There are now two people infected, and they had directly come from China, where the coronavirus had begun. And today in China, they're building hospital. They're hoping to have done by next week. Oh, today is January 29th, if we're trying to keep track of the timeline of this virus. Now, here in Toronto, they're warning us that this virus isn't much worse than the flu or things like that if you have an average immune system. Those people with compromised immune systems, however, like with any illness, have to be extra careful. Now, there has been a run on masks here, and they're saying on the news that masks aren't particularly helpful. You know, the doctor masks or even those masks we wear. I wear a mask, a dust mask, when I clean, so I already have a little collection of masks here in the apartment. But they're saying that the mask isn't terribly useful unless you already have a cold, and it prevents you from spreading the cold or the flu or the virus, I would imagine. But for people wearing the masks, trying not to catch the virus or the flu or any other ailment, apparently it's not terribly effective. But again, we are victims of propaganda, so who knows? Anyways, the main way to protect yourself about any of these illnesses and viruses, because let's face it, as humans, we are vulnerable to viruses and illnesses every single day of our lives. So you just have to do what hopefully you're doing already every single day. And the first thing is, if you have to cough or sneeze, you do it into your elbow, right? And you cover the whole spray into your elbow. Now, the idea of this, for those who don't know how this works, we've been doing this coughing into the arm thing since my kids were little, and one of them's in their 30s now. That began then. That we all know that that you cough it into your hands, you're spreading, you touch someone, you touch, a subway pole, whatever, you're spreading germs. So coughing into your elbow, the idea is that you're not spreading as many germs. They might be contained in your elbow or your coat or whatever. I would imagine if you have some sputum there, just wipe it off. But anyway, so that's the number one thing is do not cough into the air, do not cough into your hands, cough into your elbow, and that will already reduce the risk of infecting other people greatly. Now, of course, I think some people just don't care because I see it all the time where they're coughing into the air. Now, the next plan of attack is what you should also already be doing all the time. And I tell you, in the last 4 or 5 years, I've been getting very, I'm not obsessed or, I don't have OCD about it, but washing your hands. Whenever these days, whenever I come in from the outside world, I wash my hands. And they're saying not to use antibacterial soap all the time because then we're losing the immunity of what that does. So just regular soap and water, wash your hands. So these days, again, I'm in Toronto taking the subway. We're hanging on to those poles. You may want to wear gloves. It is winter time right now, so definitely, we're all look normal wearing scarves and gloves. So I would highly suggest over the next few months to keep wearing your gloves, hanging on to those poles and stuff. Just for the flu virus alone, I was sick with the flu from Boxing Day. It took me a week or two, and I had a very mild version, and I did get my flu shot. My version was just super exhaustion, super high fever, and just delirious. I never went to the doctor because I just couldn't deal with it. And then a couple weeks later, I caught something else where I had a sore throat. This is why I haven't been making videos of sore throat. Even now, I still have a low-grade sore throat. I'm not too sure what that's about. It could be allergies too from where I live. Some people in this building wear a lot of perfume and so on. But anyways, I digress as usual. So with your hands, always wash your hands. What you touch someone, touch something. You go on a trip, you come back, you go to the grocery store. and that sort of thing. And the grocery store, that's another whole potpourri of yuck. Oh, well, I guess for the hands, you can wear the gloves. There's vinyl gloves or latex gloves, whatever you're not allergic to. You could definitely walk around wearing those. Or just, like I said, it's winter in Toronto. You could just wear your mittens or your regular winter gloves just to protect yourself as a barrier. But don't forget to wash them now and again. At least with the vinyl gloves, you throw them out after you wear them, and then the germs go where you throw them. Whereas with your winter gloves, you're still bringing that stuff with you, so you gotta be stringent and wash those a lot. Yeah, so grocery stores, don't forget, a lot of people are in there picking over the stuff, coughing on it, sneezing on it, touching their poopy hands on it. So really make sure you wash your produce when you get home, your fruits, your vegetables, and even cans of things. Make sure you're wiping the lids. You wipe things off before you buy them, especially during the flu season. Again, like, you don't have to go crazy, but these are very important things. Now, I believe right now they're thinking the coronavirus came from eating habits, um, like eating bats and things like snakes and rats and stuff. I'm not positive if that's a rumor or the truth, but I know some people on YouTube have made this, especially this one YouTuber made a compilation video of mukbangers eating some of the things that may have caused the coronavirus to come into humans. And one of the videos I watched is pretty disturbing, but some of these mukbangs are disturbing no matter what they're eating. But they were eating live snakes, live rats, things like that. And yeah, I can see how eating some of these animals, especially animals like rats that are known for spreading vermin, bats known for rabies and things like that. So that I believe that's one of the theories right now, that coronavirus came from eating what here in Toronto we might consider strange and unusual foods, but for the people eating those foods, it's probably what they always eat. So, and they think we're strange and unusual with our pizzas and tacos and whatever. But anyway, so this is a really good time to be diligent, especially older people. Take care of your parents. Make sure they're getting washed, their hands washed. Give them little masks or not. So again, the theory about the masks, they're saying on the news, we don't need them. I'm not 100% convinced. But you do what you want to do, and you do what you need to do. Like I said, it's winter time here in Toronto. You can wear balaclavas and gloves. No one will think twice about it. But stay safe. Wash your hands. Use soap and water. And then, of course, you can go to Dollarama or wherever, get those little Purell or the antibacterial stuff. So don't use it all the time, but certainly coming in from being outside all day in the transit, use some of that stuff. Make sure after you wash your hands, use that. Make sure you're really getting a good dose of killing those germs so that you don't get sick too. All right. So that's my little lecture about the coronavirus here in Toronto as of what's happening today. And hopefully, the two people that do have it in Toronto heal up quickly and nicely, that it doesn't get worse for them, and hopefully, no one else has been infected. So, have a great day, and we'll see you later.